Grace family, I am bringing you this message today to share some really important news with you and a little bit of video footage that I need you to stick with me on. Let me give you some real details so you don't lose them. Then we're going to walk through and let me show you a couple of things in the church. Then I'll have some closing comments for you. We had a little bit of a flood this week at the church, and it soaked quite a few things in the building. Because of that, we are not going to be able to meet in the building this Sunday, August 22nd. We won't be able to have people in the building. We are going to be able to turn off some of the equipment that is in there so that we can stream the service. We'll do two things Sunday. We will stream the Sunday school lesson for those of you that really don't want to miss that. It'll be a totally separate link. I'll send that information to you. We'll stream the Sunday school lesson at 9 o'clock. Then we'll stream our worship service, kind of like what we were doing when we were recording before. We will sing the songs. I will share a message. It'll be a Sunday morning message. It just will be streamed. That's what we've got to do for this week. So that's the information you really need to know for sure. We have several things in the building, and you'll see them as we walk through. I'll let you see all of it, and then I'll make some other comments to you. But we've got water that made it through most of the sanctuary and the classrooms, several of them, down hallways in the fellowship hall. So I wanted you to see firsthand so you'd understand why we can't just move a couple of things around and go ahead and meet Sunday. So we will not be meeting in the building in person this Sunday, but we will be meeting online at 10 o'clock Sunday morning. So take a walk with me and look and see what all we're working with this week. But it's a pretty loud noise as we go in here. There are over 100 fans that are going inside the building. They're blowing air all across the floor. They did a remarkable job of getting everything dried out. Everywhere you go, everywhere you step, there are cords and fans. You'll notice as we get on up here a little ways, by the way, the water did go. Everywhere we're walking right now had water. For those of you, maybe many of you, that would be concerned about the piano, the water did not quite get to the piano. We moved it so that water could not get to it at all, but it got all the way up to there. All of these pieces of equipment sitting here are dehumidifiers and dryers. In a minute you'll be able to see even better all of the hoses running up into the baptistry. But all of these are sucking the water out of the air and trying to make it where everything becomes much drier. You'll see here we're up on the platform and see all of these hoses. All of these hoses are coming from different dehumidifiers and dryers and dumping water into the baptistry. There was a lot of water. All of this equipment does add a good amount of heat into the room. Water was all the way up here to the stage. You know, the good thing is all of our chairs have rubber tips on the bottom, and then they're metal, and they weren't sitting in water a long time. You see that box that is in the camera right there? They had to bring in an electrician to rewire things so that there's more fans running than the wall outlets will handle. And so that box is helping us to get electricity to all of these. We'll walk over towards my office now. The one area that did not get water all the way through it is the hallway that we're coming up on and the classrooms over on this side. The water did not go down that far, but it was against the wall to the left going into my office. There are cables running down from the electrical panels down that hallway. As we turn and look in my office, now as we head back towards the sanctuary, you see now why it's just impossible for us to have people in here on Sunday. This trash can sitting here is because they didn't have a drain close by, so some of the dehumidifiers are dumping into that. We're walk across the sanctuary here and head over towards the preschool hallway. As we go out of the sanctuary, you'll notice the flooring has been peeled up here. All of this floor is really sticky. It'll take your shoes off if you're not careful. So they pulled that up halfway down the hallway. Those two classrooms on the right down that last hall did not get water. The kitchen did not get water. But the wall on my left right now, and as I walk into Fellowship Hall, all the way down this hallway to the left we had water, all the way down to the back door. And so that is the state of the inside of the church building right now. Well, I don't know what you were expecting, but I hope you got a good view of what we're really facing in the church. Listen, this is probably the biggest takeaway for me this week. The older I get, and I hate it's taken me this long to get here, the older I get, the more I realize there are a lot of things just don't make any difference. It is absolutely unbelievable that in this accident and the water, no one was hurt. We had a worker here who fell. He's got one scratch. There was water pouring over electrical stuff. Nobody got electrocuted. This could be much, much worse. No sound equipment is hurt. Almost nothing is really hurt at the church. Carpet, flooring. Is it going to be inconvenient? Yeah, but in the grand scheme of things, man, when I think about how many people I know right now, I got a couple of friends that have been in the hospital with COVID for coming up on 2 weeks. In the grand scheme of things, it's nothing. I hate that we can't be in the building this week. I am thrilled. I told somebody today, as I'm being more thankful, I am so thankful that we actually have a building that could be flooded. There are a lot of people who don't have a building. They don't have to worry about some of the things we worry about because they ain't got nothing. I'm so thankful that God has taken care of us through this. We can stream the service this Sunday. We'll do Sunday school at 9. We'll do church at 10. It won't be quite like what you were hoping it would be. It'll be much better than not being able to be here at all. We'll join together. I will see you online this Sunday, 9 o'clock for Sunday school, 10 o'clock for worship. Thank you. I hope you have a good rest of the week.